In a quiet California neighborhood, a man vanishes. No argument, no sign of a struggle, no witnesses, just gone. His clothes are still in his room, his cigarettes untouched, even his favorite music player left behind. He had no car, no phone, no money, and according to his family, no reason to leave. It's been over 17 years, and no one can explain what happened to Adam Kellner. Welcome to Missing Persons Archives. This is the story of a disappearance that defies logic, one where the most baffling thing isn't what we know, but how little there is to know at all. It was November 8th, 2007, in Stevenson Ranch, California, a suburb just north of Los Angeles. Inside a 2-story home, 34-year-old Adam Kellner was living a quiet life with his mother, Cheryl, and his stepfather. Adam had been diagnosed with schizophrenia years earlier, but he wasn't paranoid, violent, or unpredictable. In fact, those who knew him best described him as gentle, calm, and deeply content in his routines. He rarely left the house. Days were spent smoking in the garage or listening to music in his bedroom. Friends? He didn't have any. Outings? Only to medical appointments. This was his world, and he seemed happy in it. That night, sometime around 9:30, Adam helped his stepfather, still recovering from knee surgery, up the stairs to bed. It was a simple, everyday gesture, nothing unusual. That would be the last confirmed sighting of him, ever. By the next afternoon, his stepfather noticed Adam wasn't around. Sleeping late wasn't unusual, but the silence was. When they checked his room, they found the bed empty and quickly realized Adam was gone. And here's where the story becomes almost impossible to understand. Adam had taken nothing with him. His ID, his house keys, all of his clothing, still in place. His cigarettes, which he chain-smoked daily, left untouched. He had no driver's license, no vehicle, and possibly just a couple of dollars in his pocket. There were no travel plans, no goodbye, and no sign of distress in the days before. Investigators canvassed the area. They interviewed bus drivers, neighbors, and even Adam's psychiatrist, who didn't believe Adam would harm himself. No one saw him. No one remembered him. It was as if he had stepped outside and dissolved into thin air. Adam's family clung to the hope he was still alive. They wondered if he might have suffered amnesia and wandered away, maybe catching a ride out of the area. His mother even believed he might have tried to return to Miami, Florida, where he'd grown up and where his brother still lived. But both she and Adam's brother feared his mental health diagnosis had cast a shadow over the investigation, dulling the urgency in those critical early days. For years, no new leads surfaced. In 2013, a retired FBI agent briefly took interest in the case, but even that renewed effort ended in silence. No confirmed sightings, no anonymous tips that led anywhere. Just absence. Adam Christopher Kellner was last seen in the 25,700 block of Hawthorne Place. He's a white male, 5 feet 6 inches, and 165 to 175 pounds, with brown hair and eyes balding at the crown of his head. A chain smoker who almost always wore a hat, even indoors. A man unlikely to start a conversation with strangers. 17 years later, the question remains, did Adam choose to leave? Was he taken? Or did something else entirely happen that day, something no one has yet dared to imagine? If you have any information about the disappearance of Adam Kellner, contact Detective Abraham at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department at 323-890-5500. Even the smallest detail could change everything. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Missing Persons Archives. If you found this case as baffling as we did, please share it. Awareness is one of the most powerful tools we have in the search for the missing. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future cases. And if you have a tip or lead on any story we've covered, don't hesitate to reach out to the authorities. Together, we can help bring answers and hopefully bring someone home. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and remember, every missing person is someone's family.